Whack-a-magob, everybody. Hey, I got a donation from Eric Langford that asked me to do this Eric Carr Rockology. Now, I've never reviewed this album because I'm not a fan of it, and I love Eric Carr, and I didn't want to put a video out there bad-mouthing it. But you know what? I'm going to do a little twist on this. Still not a fan of it. I actually listened to it today. I took notes. And I'm going to review now Eric's Rockology, which just came out on Record Store Day, but I do understand it's been out for several years on a vinyl. And then even before that, this was out on CD. So I have MP3s of it, and I never revisited, but I did today. And here's what I think. All right, the first song is Eyes of Love. Great voice. I do love his vocals. And, you know, this is music of the time. And even at that time, I didn't like songs like this. I would be, this song would be okay as a filler on a great album. This is the best I can say. All right, the next song is called Somebody's Waiting. Loving the voice. That's about all I can say about it. It's a sugary power ballad again. You know, it's just not something I like. And I do like some power ballads, but this is not one of them. But I do like the voice. The next song is called Heavy Metal Baby. And this ain't even done. It's like scat vocals with a decent riff, but, you know, on this track, I don't really like the vocals. I don't like the scat vocals on this. The melodies, the vocals are doing, I just don't like. So I'm not a fan of this one. Next one. Just Can't Wait. There's no vocals on this one. And this was the music I was escaping in the mid to late 80s. You know, I'm a 70s kid. You know, I can't be bothered by this mid to late 80s pop garbage. You know, I was fine with many pop hits up to like 1984. Then after that, you know, it all sucked to my ears. And this sucks. All right, next one, Mad Dog. It sounds like one of those crappy songs Gene sang on Animalize. And this has scat vocals as well. I don't really think Eric would want this release, to tell you the truth. You know, at least not with these scat vocals. I don't think Eric would like, you know, this album out. Next one, You Make Me Crazy. This one sounds so unfinished. Scat vocals again. You know, I think. I'm not sure because the vocals are hard to hear because, you know, it's hard to hear it over all this crappy music going on during this song. Not a fan. Next one's called Can You Feel It? Is this a drum machine? You know, I was somewhat digging this one until it got to the chorus. It wasn't bad. But after the chorus, you know, Can You Feel It? Nope, I don't feel it. Next one, Too Cool for School. This would be great if they tacked this on to We Built This City on Rock and Roll. Just combine both of them so they can, you know, it'd be a longer, sucky song. Next one, Tiara. I can see liking this song if there was like a killer producer to cut the fat and add some awesome sauce in here. Because I can hear a really cool song covered in the rough on this one. Next one, Nasty Boys. Sounds like something from Gene Simmons' Vault. You know, that vault is chock full of songs that Gene threw at the wall, but did not stick. And this song is just like that. All right, next one's called Nightmare. Another rough demo. Sounds like Bruce Kulick shredding on it. But this sounds like a work in progress. You know, call me crazy, but I like songs that are finished. All right, the last song is the same song, live demo. And I don't think this is a demo. It sounds like it was recorded off a boombox. It's like pointless. I just don't get it myself. So there you go. Look, I really do feel like Eric Carr wouldn't want this out. This is stuff he worked on, and most of it wasn't finished. And I know that in the 80s, Eric was like into Metallica. It would have been cool if he would have done like that sort of music, how Metallica was in the 80s. You know, make it thrashy, heavy, you know, that would have been great because this album is just made for Kiss tards and Kiss nerds like me. Even though I don't own it, I would love to get this for my collection, but I didn't go out on Record Store Day. Anybody want to give me one? That'd be awesome. But anyway, I am a completist and I would love to have this, and it brings a poster that looks like the Kiss solo albums posted from the 70s and other stuff inside. The packaging looks better on this than the other one, I think. But anyway, there you go. And thank you, Eric, again. And I hope you enjoyed my review. It's an honest one. I love Eric Carr. I thought he was always the highlight at Kiss shows when he did that drum solo. It was always awesome. I'm a big fan of Eric Carr, and this is why I did not do this review before, because I'm not a fan of this album, and I don't think he is either. This was of the time, you know. I think he would have grown out of it, like Kiss grew out of Crazy Nights and all that with Unholy Revenge and stuff. I think he would have grown out of this crap, or I don't think he would have wanted this out there, but that's how I feel. I could be wrong. All I know is I love Eric Carr. I don't love this album, and I'm sticking to it. So thank you so much again, Eric, for the donation. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gaba. Before we get canceled, check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me and Wadzilla. We are the Podcast Kings. Link to the podcast is in the description below, and also a link to the YouTube page. Check out older episodes with visuals. And very soon, either Ian and I will learn how to go on YouTube Live. Might be soon. So check out the greatest podcast ever according to science.com. It's also God's favorite podcast and Satan's favorite podcast as well. So check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast before we get canceled.